Well, hello, one and all, and welcome back to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. Yippee ki Musey lovers. And we today are presenting you with a project we've been promising for a month. Scheduling kept getting in the way, but it is the project we were telling you between Couch and I. So, Couch, who is one of my editors, I have a couple professional editors, and a YouTuber in his own right, will present one of the stories, and I will present the other, just to mix things up and see how you guys like it. So, if you like it, by all means, leave a comment, tell us you like it. Suggest other genres of stories if you would prefer a different type of story. And give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, and subscribe. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Why, hello there, this is Couch. I will be reading Older Sister's Negative Energy. Hope you enjoy. My older sister has always had paranormal things happen to her, ever since she was a small child. Growing up, she would always tell me about the things she has experienced. Seeing as I was always curious of questions, apparently she had an entity attached to her, ever since she was a young girl. And I believe it's still with her to this day. I didn't go into asking too much for specifics, since she really hated to talk about it too much. She believed it brought negative energy, and thus would make its presence more common. I was asked to dog sit while she had gone to Virginia for a week. Her house isn't necessarily creepy or anything, but the energy would always feel heavy in one place of the house. And that one place was her bedroom. I absolutely hated going in there, or even looking into the room from the outside. I always felt like something was looking back into me, or something was going to happen at any moment. I always avoided that room at all costs. Besides, the energy, just creepy. Things all around, porcelain dolls and old pictures that felt like the eyes were piercing you. It just didn't sit right with me. Before staying there the first night, my aunt had given me a Bible, and she told me if I ever felt scared, to sleep with it under my pillow. I am by no means a religious person, but I took that advice seriously. The first night went off without a problem. Of course I felt a general unease, but I figured that was just some predisposition paranoia setting in from all the stories I've heard. I was accompanied by her dog, as he was the main reason I was house-sitting. This dog was a champ, for he was an all-white German Shepherd with a heavy build and a bite to back up with his bark. Very little scared him, and he was the most playful dog I'd ever met. I should have felt safe as could be. Night 2 came, and that's when things started to get a little more intense. The house is old, and a lot of noises can be choked up to the house settling, or maybe some pipes whispering. But this was different. For some added detail, as soon as you walk in the front door, the living room is to your left, the kitchen is ahead of you, and my sister's bedroom is to the right. Across from the living room is a long hallway that has 2 bedrooms on the left, and the bathroom in the middle of the hall. I was sitting on the couch watching Cops, when her beautiful pooch's ears perked up to something I couldn't hear. He immediately went on the defense. It pointed towards the end of the hall. All of the lights were off, except for the glow of the TV, and it was about 11 p.m. You could not see a thing down that hallway, but he definitely noticed a presence. He began to make a low growl and barked a few times at the hallway. It set me on edge, but what really got me was the sound of the floorboards creaking. It sounded as if whatever was stepping on the boards was walking closer and closer to the living room. Prince, the dog, started moving his head up as if someone tall was walking up the hall, and he was looking them in their face. The noises stopped just short of where the light began in the hallway, and I heard nothing else. Prince crawled into my lap, but did not take his eyes off the hallway. Somehow I managed to fall asleep, but I didn't dare turn the TV off. Day 3 is what really set off for me. I had to take a shower, but the guest restroom only had a toilet, which meant I would have to take a shower in my sister's bedroom. My sister's bathroom was in her room. I opened the door to her room slowly and gestured for Prince to follow me. He would stare into the room intently, but he would not go in. I tried pulling him by his collar, but he fought back. I smelled like shit, so there was no choice but to go in and shower. Nothing happened as I showered, thank God. Sadly, that wasn't the end of it. I came out of the shower and put some fresh clothes on and immediately felt panicked. I felt like as if someone was right behind me in the room I just came out of. Out of fear, I began sprinting out the room. You know how you're running up the stairs at night and you're convinced something is chasing you? It felt like that. The worst part, it wasn't just a feeling. I could hear it as well. It sounded like there was a second pair of footsteps following mine. It sounded like bare feet on hard wood. I ran out of the room and ran out the house with Prince in my arms. I've been back to that house before, and the energy isn't there. I can go in any room and feel fine since my sister no longer lives there. I'm convinced my sister has some paranormal evil, being that it has latched onto her, but just used to it at that point. According to her, she has had multiple bouts of sleep paralysis, and even scratches from being in that house by herself.
And Musey's story is called Casper's Uncle, and it's from Reddit user rejectedforce. One word, you know Reddit. Casper's Uncle. I had a terrific memory when I was younger. Now I'm 15 and remember it like it was yesterday. My mother, her boyfriend, and my 2 siblings lived in one of my grandfather's apartments. My grandfather owned many businesses and was basically a millionaire. He has sadly passed away now, and all his money went to his rich son, which is so messed up. It's all about family issues. Anyway, okay, back to the story. I was like 5 or 6 years of age, and my mom was making food in the kitchen that smelled good, but tasted nasty AF because she does not know how to cook, basically. Anyway, I was watching SpongeBob SquarePants in the living room, which was like 27 feet away from the kitchen because the apartment was huge. It gave you a very creepy vibe, especially in the laundry room. So I'm watching TV and happen to just turn to the direction of the rooms, the laundry rooms, that is, to see a ghost that looks like, I don't know, the skinny uncle of Casper the Friendly Ghost. And he's going from my room, from the laundry room, to my mom's room. I got so freaked out. So I ran as fast as I could to my mom and told her. For some reason, she actually believed me. And honestly, the fact that she actually believed me made me even more frightened. Well, another incident happened a couple days later. It involved my mom and both my siblings. My mom and siblings were all together in the kitchen to cook some food. My siblings were 3 and 2 around this time, which of course means they don't remember a thing, which also might be a blessing in disguise. So my mom was putting all the pots and pans on the stove, and for some reason or other, we all were turned away from the stove, and then all you could hear was cabinets opening and slamming and pots banging, and we turn around to see the cabinets closed and the lid of the pot was rolling around in place. We were so scared. Each and every one of us were frightened. So we decided, forget this, and we went somewhere else entirely to eat. Now, there's a lot more spooky stories that happen in that apartment. Thanks for reading this one. And if you'd like more, please let me know, because there's plenty from that apartment I can post about. And by the way, this is all a true experience. And with that, we have Muse and Couch's first ever, short story project. We haven't decided what to call it yet, but we'll call it Muse and Couch's short story extravaganza. I don't know. It'll be called something. 2 stories by Muse and Couch. We'll see. I'll let him decide. But it's 2 stories by Muse and Couch. So that one seems like a no-brainer. Anyway, all information will be down below. And I have another announcement. It's a quick announcement. I have, from the author who wrote That's Not Me, which has been so popular with all the people who have been listening. That's Not Me flew back to the top of the charts again. So the author, Joey Horst, wrote me a story that only I have, so there's no way anybody else could possibly do it on their YouTube channel. I know that's a big issue with YouTube and with Redditors. I mean, I even tell people on the free stories that I'm going to use their story, because then they can tell me, oh, no, somebody else told me that. Although nobody ever bothers with the free stories, but I do, because I want the authors to know, hey, if you're interested in a video featuring your story, it's at Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. And other authors I ask for permission from too, but even the free ones, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and remember, we post twice weekly. Sometimes it'll be a mini series, sometimes it'll be a user special or a one-off, and hopefully you'll see more collabs with me and other horror genre narrators. And I hope you enjoy the fabulous Couch, and do check out his channel too. He's a great editor, and just a warning, his channel is not horror themed. But it shows off his great editing skills. So it's definitely worth a peek, and I will see you guys on my next video. We post twice weekly. I'm sure I've said that 5 times.